So we actually started this iPhone 11 sort of repair process in my last video, so we're just continuing on from there. If you haven't already seen that video, go check that one out, because we compare this iPhone 5C and the differences between this iPhone 11. Now that we've got that out of the way, hopefully you have already hit that follow button. We are going to actually put the device to the side for the moment, and we are going to focus on the screen. There's 4 screws up the top here that we need to remove. We're going to use this Y screwdriver here to remove those. There's one at the top and left side, and then 3 more on the outside, which is actually a crosshead Phillips screwdriver. So now that we've removed those, these components are very delicate, so you have to be really careful. What we're actually going to do is remove these Face ID components. Now, if you do break this, then the Face ID will no longer function. So what you have to do typically, because I know the screen's replaced before, I don't have to do it, but if it's a brand new screen replacement, then make sure you heat up the phone before removing these components, because if you break it, you will no longer have Face ID functionality. Now that we have removed that, we are going to go ahead and grab our new screen. So this one actually comes in quite a nice bit of packaging. Just got to remove this bit from the side, and in here would be 3 screwdrivers, the ones that I'm using, a bit of adhesive, a screen protector, and the actual screen itself buried right in there, which is actually a pain in the arse to get to. So that is what a new screen looks like when it comes from the factory. Firstly, we're going to remove this sort of protection. Pop that to one side. Next, we've got to remove this weird plastic thing, which I have no idea why it's there. Now we can actually pop in the Face ID, so these actually line up with the corresponding holes on the screen. And pop those in just like that. Now, as long as everything lines up, which weirdly it doesn't, we can start, there we go. We can start to screw the screen's Face ID connections back in. Now I'm going to bring the phone back over. We're going to turn it to its side and pop in these connections. There's one here for the Face ID connector, and 2 for the screen. Now this phone isn't charged, so we're going to have to grab a charger, and I'll bring you back. Now we're going to plug this in, and fingers crossed it starts to power on. The eagle-eyed amongst you will have noticed that it is actually water damaged as well, which is not ideal. Alright, so the phone isn't actually powering on, so the first thing we're going to do, it has had a housing replacement before as well. You can tell because they've removed some metal surroundings from the charging port. But the first thing we're going to do is try and clean out this port. If you're going to try this yourself, don't forget to power off the device, because otherwise you will kill the charging port and you'll have to get a new one installed. But yeah, not really much in there. We will give it a try again anyways, but I imagine it won't power on. Next, I'm going to try a different charger. Right, although it looks very similar, this is actually a different charger. So let's try this one, see if it powers on with this. Still no avail. Okay, surprising. We've got a bit of an investigation on our hands. Right, okay, so I've actually just noticed that this connector here was slightly loose, so we're going to push that in and give it a try now. Hopefully that will then power on. Yeah, there was the issue. The screen wasn't connected properly, so even someone who's been doing it for 14 years can still make mistakes. So if this is your first time, then don't get too worried. Now we're going to do the most satisfying part of it all. Lovely. Don't forget to hit the follow button, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.